Well, hi, I'm Dan Copeland. I'd like to welcome all of you amazing ladies. Today, we have such incredible information to share with you. It's just amazing. We don't want you to miss out on this. And I am so humbled to have with me today Jan Copeland and Susie Truax. And I am going to be introducing you all now. So, Jan is my wife, and she is a renowned coach and trainer for women realtors. She has won many accolades over the years, one of which was being named one of the top 100 most influential agents. She's an award-winning realtor and is also a founder of the Girls Guide to Outrageous Real Estate Success with over 24,000 women and growing in Facebook. And she's also the a founder of the She's Unstoppable Live conference, which was just amazing. I was there. I was a photographer, so I stayed outside, but I got to enjoy all the 500 women that were there. That was just crazy. Susie Truax is a close friend of ours, and she is not only a top agent, but she is also a true industry influencer, and I mean that. She is on the board of directors for eXp Realty, and she's been such a tremendous friend and resource for both Jan and me. We are glad to have Jan and Susie with us. I'm Dan Copeland. I've got 30 years as a corporate executive in business development, sales, and marketing, and corporate strategy and development. I'm also a realtor and a communications expert, I guess. So I'm glad to be here and have you all with us. So,
Thanks,
Jan,
Dan. This is going to be fun.
it is. It's going to be great. Jan, I'd like to start with you. Congratulations again on that super successful She's Unstoppable Live conference. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. Basically, my twin sister Judy and I had wanted to take the vision of, picture this, women coming together with no drama, with only positivity, excitement, collaboration, and shopping and fun. I mean, it was like our vision of getting 500 ladies in a room with no drama in and of itself would have been amazing, right? But the reviews were 100%. Everybody wants to come back. And so, what was it about? It was about getting women that are in real estate, most of whom were brokers or agents, together to learn from the best of the best. So we had none other than the CEO of Douglas Elliman, Dottie Herman, as our keynote. And she was so down to earth, right, Susie? I mean, everybody was able to talk to her. It was just really amazing. She gave an amazing keynote. And again, learning from those who have been where you are and are where you want to go. That's what it was all about. We had a total of 22 speakers, and they all have been multiple six-figure earners, and so they were pouring out into the audience. So essentially, that's exactly what She's Unstoppable Live conference was.
And Tracy Tudor was there from Million Dollar Listing LA, and everybody had such a good time with her and Gina.
Absolutely. And Gina Dickerson, as well as Anna Kalinsky of Bravo's Buying It Blind. So we had TV stars as well as industry influencers like Susie. Susie was there, of course.
And Jan, also congratulations on being instrumental in forming the Facebook group, the Girls Guide to Outrageous Real Estate Success. Tell me a little bit about the group, but also tell me about how that group has affected you.
Okay, that's a great question. Again, Judy and I, as real estate coaches, specifically for women, wanted to have a group where women agents and brokers could come to get any question answered. I mean, we have questions being asked every day from people who just got their license to people who have been in the industry 10, 15 years and came across something that they've never seen before. And so it was really supposed to be a repository of sisterhood, collaboration. And then as coaches, Judy and I would pop in and do lives and facilitate trainings and things like that. And what it's been has made such an impact on me because to date, as of actually the end of June, we have had 24 referrals been closed from women who, and by the way, we have people around the whole world in this group, but we've had 24 transactions closed from people that have been referring back and forth. And the highest one was, I believe, a $6 million deal that was transferred to someone within the Girls Guide to Outrageous Real Estate Success. So it's making an impact, a huge impact on people. And what it's done to me personally is it's emboldened my passion to solve women agent and brokers issues, and and helping them reach their goals, to knock down the issues that they have. So that's it's meant so much to me to come alongside these women.
So coming alongside of all of these women, it really has impacted you. I have an unfair advantage as an interviewer. I'm your husband, and I've seen it. And I've seen you've really been on a mission, interviewing literally hundreds of women agents and industry influencers, especially. Tell me a little bit about what you found from diving in with all of these women, from all of these interviews, from all the research that you've conducted. What have you found?
Well, I've really discovered what women agents and brokers need, okay? And what they need is to be valued, to be heard, and to be situated in a culture, in a community that is collaborative, that really helps them, is for them. Because many times, I personally, Dan, I've worked at a mom and pop brokerage, I've worked at RE/MAX, I've worked at ERA, national brokerages, and when you're interviewing with brokers will promise you what I call the sun, moon, stars, and shine. But then when you get there, it's a little different. Brokers don't get back to you right away. You don't really feel important. And so anyway, what I know that people want, what women agents and brokers want, is to be seen, to be heard, to be respected, to be get a solution for life balance. Look, when men go to work, when they get up, they go to work, they go. Women are the ones that, kid's sick. Got to make sure our kid goes to the dentist. And, it's summer. I've never heard a guy say, ooh, my business is going to be affected in the summer. Okay. So, women want to own their own businesses. They want to keep more money to themselves. They also want 24/7 world-class training that actually is actionable, as opposed to brokers that put out training that they do just because corporate or the head office tells them to, which really doesn't have any bearing on their business. They want leads. Hello, they want leads. A lot of times you'll go to a broker and they'll tell you about their lead system. 100% of the women I talk to do not get leads from their brokers, period. Now, if they're on a team, that's something different, and then, women outlive men. Statistics tell us that I'm going to outlive you, Dan. Now,
Great.
I hope we go together. But I'm just saying. And so women really want to be secure. And so we need to plan better for our future. So that's what I found, that women really want.
Now, Susie, as a board member of EXP and as an industry influencer, I'd like to get your thoughts on what Janice just shared.
Wow. Oh my gosh, Dan, so many things went through my head when Jan was talking. Number one, I just want to thank Jan and Judy for creating the Girls Guide to Outrageous Success in Real Estate, because there was a huge gap in social media, plenty of coaches out there, but no one giving away the valuable content that you girls are doing. And I can say how I actually met Jan and Judy was by discovering the group on Facebook and just really feeling aligned with their mission. I'm a female real estate investor, and it's always been my goal to help other women, empower them through wealth building. And so, the group was a natural fit for me. I was just on there just like the other gals, just learning, because I'm continuously learning. And so thank you, Jan, for creating that amazing group. We have to help each other up in this industry, regardless of the fact that we're probably 65, females are 65% of the real estate industry. Our leadership positions within the industry we're grossly underrepresented. So I love that you've created this community where we can all share and help each other and collaborate in there. As far as what women want, yes. I mean, I'm thinking about how, you know, a founder of a company that I'm very familiar with has once said that, you know, no real estate company exists without the agents. The agents are the ones who are doing the heavy lifting and generating the revenue. And so for the female realtor to be able to participate in whatever that looks like, keeping more of their own money, getting stock, things like this. There's so many other avenues than the traditional way of going to work, giving up 50% or 40% of your commission to the owner who, you know, most of the time they haven't done anything really to facilitate your business growth. So many things that I was thinking about there, and just really excited to hear more about Jan's research and what she's learned.
So I'm going to jump off on a little bit of a tangent here, which is always a little bit scary, but here's what I noticed. So apart from anything else, women have been really flooding into the real estate industry, becoming realtors. So that's been happening quickly, and they are now dominating the industry. Now, keep that in mind. On a separate note, Jan, you had this thing called A Day for Every Woman. And what you did is you organized, there were 600 women at this thing called A Day for Every Woman. And it was amazing. We had Lisa Welchel from The Facts of Life there, and 600 women. And you know what? We held this awesome event. I helped set it up again, so I know a little bit about it. The thing that I really liked was after the event, the women are talking about it. Man, it's amazing. And I made the comment to Jan that said, you know what? If you had something called A Day for Every Man, like 7 guys would show up, not 600, okay? Once it was over, they wouldn't talk about it at all. Women operate in a sense of community and empowerment. And the thing that I've seen, Susie, with you and with you, Jan, is you've recognized this influx of women into the industry, but you've been able to kind of mobilize it. And it's a real movement here, and add some form and structure to this movement. So, Jan, this is where it gets really exciting, because I know that you thought that you could provide a solution to all of the problems that women tend to encounter, or that the industry has kind of foisted upon both men and women. We're going to provide kind of a solution by launching a national brokerage, Livy Girl Brokerage, nationwide. But then you discovered something, didn't you? Tell us during that process what you discovered.
Okay, and what Dan's talking about is after She's Unstoppable Live conference, I kind of was so impacted by what I saw. And what I mean by that is, when I say 100% of the women, I'm saying that just about 100% of the women texted me, Facebook messaged me, Instagram DM'd me to say thank you, because it was an unbelievable experience. And so I took myself away because, like Dan said, the next step was people want to go to a Livy Girl brokerage, okay? And what I found was that there's no need to create another brokerage, because there's one out there that exists that I joined because I'm still a licensed realtor and, like Susie, an investor, okay? And it's EXP. And so what I want to share is expounding on what Susie said, which was the majority of agents are women. But if you look at the latest real trends, top teams, for example, 9 of the 10, okay, so the top 10 teams from January 1st, 2019 to June 30th, 2019, 9 are men-led. Only 1 has a woman leader. And when I went to the websites of those 9, okay, that were men-led, most agents on teams were women. And so that tells me that emboldens me again to help women get the confidence and get all the tools, everything they need, so that we as women can be on that list of top teams. So what I found with respect to EXP is that they are not just, and I am not just focused on your business anymore. They're focused on your life, helping you reach your dreams and your legacy, okay? And so they will teach you, when you're an EXP agent, you learn how to create generational wealth, okay, in so many capacities. They empower you, and as Susie said, we help each other up. And so they have amazing lead generation. When you become an EXP agent, it's not talk. You get the tool within a couple of weeks. You get your own lead gen. You get your own lead gen training, by the way. And I have helped my clients and people on my team actually figure it out, and it's not hard. And you can actually hit the ground running and be getting leads. That's amazing. That is amazing. And if that were all that was available, that would be enough. But there's so much more. There's an integrated CRM, and the CRM makes it almost idiot-proof to make sure that you are touching your clients, and therefore your close rates are higher. And do you know what's amazing, women? I really want you to hear me on this. If you cater to your sphere and your prospects that you have right now, you don't have to work as many hours, because we're going to dive deeper and stop being so wide. And with that, EXP is very good at that. And so if you're an investor, great. Guess what? Every year you can do 3 deals with no commission. Or guess what? If you're not an investor yet, with EXP, they want to teach you how to be an investor and so much more. There's a collaboration culture and a win-win-win culture that I've never found in any brokerage. And so for now, does that, you know?
Yeah. So Jan, going back to the very first part of that question, we were talking about out of the top 10, 9 were men. I'm your husband. I know you've got nothing against men. Hooray for men. Let's celebrate what they've done in the industry. This has nothing to do about negative about them, but it's all about women. We're talking right now all about women in this industry. So I just kind of wanted to clear that up. And you know what? So I got so excited, again, going off the script here, but I got so excited that I'm a realtor with EXP as part of this group as well. And the thing that I found is that's so amazing is from a lead generation standpoint, the leads, people want a constant flow of leads. You get that with EXP, okay? See this cell phone? Nobody wanted to learn this. I didn't even know what you and our son Zach were doing on this half the time. I had no idea how it worked. And now all we do is conduct all of our business by this phone, okay? And EXP is kind of like how this changed all of our lives with EXP's technology. That's just the way things are going. Whether we wanted to do this or not, this is the way it went. That's EXP is capitalized on the technology. So it's technology that makes sense, and it's what we can do. Training, the one thing that I've seen about women want training. They want a lot of it. They want it 24/7, 365 by industry experts. They want to be able to access it when they can and when it's available. So they want top-level training. From an ownership standpoint, look, red brokerages now. Brokerages are great. That's what it's been. But you know what? You're basically, if you're a realtor, you're kind of considered a renter because you're there. What have you done this month? What have you done this year? You're only as good as you've got, each month and each year. You're not really an owner of your business. With EXP, they issue you stock. That's an amazing thing. And there's a lot to that I'm just going to kind of gloss over. But you're an owner when you're issued stock. Not only that, I've talked to people that have said, Dan, I've recruited probably 100 agents in my life. And when I've looked back on it, I've made like $2,000, or I've gotten a lot of Starbucks gift cards. You know what? There's a revenue share, not profit splitting, it's revenue share. It is amazing. I just talked to somebody who said, Dan, my check last month was $37,000 from revenue share. So, wow, I'd like to make $37,000 on revenue share in a month. Let's figure out how to do that. So EXP offers all of that, and it's just really amazing. And Susie, Jan's been talking a lot about EXP. I've had a lot of caffeine. I just jumped in about EXP. You're on the board of directors of EXP. There's nobody more qualified to talk about how EXP can benefit people than you. How can it benefit women? Where maybe we left off a little bit here?
Well, thanks, Dan. I want to address a couple of things. Number one, just like almost all the ladies in your audience, I'm an active realtor. I still sell real estate. I've been in business for 21 years. To give credibility and, gratitude to our founder, Glenn Sanford, I'm an actively selling female agent on the board of directors for EXP. So that's really, it's really important. I'm an agent. So there's the agent voice at the business decision-making level. And I'm also a female. So that didn't need to happen. It wasn't a quota that they were filling. They just said, here's a person who understands the business, just happens to be female. I want to go back to what Jan said about starting her own Livy Girl brokerage. I had the same thought when I was a team leader for another company, because I had my broker's license in 3 states. And so the next natural progression would have been for me to start my own brokerage. And actually, with what is happening in technology, having your own brokerage is becoming increasingly a small margin business, because through the power of scales of economy, 20,000 agents large, we get the tools that if you were to buy out on the street as a broker owner, you would be paying $500 a month for this, $99 a month for that. Yeah, another $50 a month for this, plus your bricks and mortar, plus your staff or, virtual assistant, whatever, and running down below 3% profit margin. Whereas, I'm not interested in that. After having run a brokerage in this day and age with technology just crushing in on us, I would not have wanted my own brokerage, because it's almost would feel like an exercise in futility. Now, that's not to say there aren't girls out there that can handle it. This is just me talking. And so there's more about the company that they offer to the agents than can possibly be explained here. But I just want to make the point that the most important thing when I was a team leader and I looked at this business model, first of all, the compensation was, I literally was shaking my head like, this can't be true. The equity that they give you, equity in the company. We don't have a bunch of venture capitalists that own the company. We're not going around the country buying up agents or brokerages. This is all organic growth. We're the fastest growing real estate company of all time. And it's all because great agents are telling other great agents about this really once in a lifetime opportunity for an agent who is not, without all the headache of owning your own brokerage. But, the key thing that was always appealing to me is when I met Glenn Sanford 2 summers ago in Washington State, and I, didn't really know anything about him. I saw the really awesome model, and I saw the multiple streams of residual income, and I thought that was really fascinating and interesting. But when I asked Glenn Sanford, hey, what were you thinking when you built this real estate model? And he said 2 things. He said, I saw that real estate agents work super hard every day, all day, and their last commission check is their last paycheck. And generally speaking, as an industry, we do not have a retirement. I wanted real estate agents to have a way to retire from this business with dignity. And the second thing that I took away from that meeting is every decision that gets made at the corporate level is always made with the decision of how is this going to help the agents? If this is going to hurt the agents, we're not going to do it, because it is his, basically his motivation in life is to make this business all about what the agents need in order to have the best and biggest life they can have. And so that's the 2 things that I wanted to add because of personally having heard his story.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So,
no, that's amazing. In fact, Susie, you were instrumental in helping Jan and I see the light with EXP, and you are our sponsor. Now, can you tell everybody what it means to be someone's sponsor?
Sure. So basically, I think of EXP as a platform. It's actually, I have my own brokerage within the brokerage. It's not called Susie's Brokerage or Truex Realty. It's still EXP Realty. But within that 20,000 agent group, I have my agents that have joined basically because of what I've shared with them. And so it's not just like, hey, sign up and EXP takes care of you. No, you become part of my world. So a sponsor's role is to make sure that the agent gets in and gets the needs that they have addressed and gets plugged in with the different systems and learns the lead generation. And sometimes it's, complaining about what's happening in their business or sharing something great that happened in their business. I I essentially am my own brokerage leader within this technology platform and this amazing culture and this crazy collaboration space that the company has built and continues to expand on. So we are all one company, yet sponsorship is a really, it's a really significant role. I feel like I'm your mom, or I'm your leader, or something like that. I'm your helper, I'm your best friend, I'm your prayer partner, whatever it is to you. And so that's the role of the sponsors, to really help the agent accomplish what it is that they want for their life.
It's just another opportunity for community and collaboration. So Jan, Susie is our sponsor, and it is your goal to sponsor and help women who want to truly revolutionize their lives, their fortunes, and their legacies. So you are forming an amazing group, I know, around those people that you sponsor. So when you sponsor someone, they're going to be like in your group. Can you tell us what women can expect when you sponsor somebody and they're in your group?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks for asking me there, Dan, because as you're talking, I'm just getting more and more excited because we're going to continue the women's movement. I don't have the names off the top of my head, but there have been women who have come over to Keller Williams, or from here to EXP, from Keller Williams, from Remax, from Coldwell Banker, from Berkshire Hathaway, and from mom and pop brokerages. And so, but they've come, you know, on their own, so to speak. What I want to do in collaboration with Susie in our group is bring this movement, almost like, I'm just picturing, I'm going like this because it's like it's in the summer, right? When I'm taping this, it's in the summer of 2019. I'm picturing an ocean wave of women coming together in one group where I'm a coach. This is what I do. I was a number one agent with a number one team in my market before I sold the business and dove right into full-time coaching of women real estate agents specifically. Again, nothing against men, just my heart is for women. And so if you come to EXP under me, you get me. We're best pals. You know, you get She's Unstoppable Live 365 days. Well, I'm sorry. Make it 363 because Christmas is for my family and Thanksgiving's for my family. But for 363 days, you get me and you get Susie and you get my coaching and you get everything that I've learned. And let me tell you, my job is to make sure that you succeed. And so that's what you get. You get access to me. If you get in early, and I am being selective, and we'll talk about that in a minute maybe, but if you get in early, you get me, you know, one-on-one live or in teams live. If you come on later, then it'll be one to many. But it's definitely whenever you come on under my, you know, with me as your sponsor, you get me.
So Jan, what kind of woman are you looking for to come join?
Absolutely. I'm looking for people who are superiorly talented, okay? I want people who have a focus on excellence. I love the word, one of my favorite words is exceptional. I like hanging out with exceptional women. That's what I've done my entire life. From corporate, the minute I graduated college, I was lucky enough to get into telecom. And when I was a realtor, my niche was business women, whether they be entrepreneurial or corporate. And so I want to just continue that. And so I want women that have a focus on exceptional service and exceptionally taking care of themselves. And guess what? If you haven't, and you're like, I'm going to put a stake in the ground, this sounds like the perfect opportunity because it's never too late. It's never too late to turn my life around. Mm-hmm. Then you are somebody that I want. If you're a victim, if you blame, if you make excuses, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be the sponsor for you because I take life seriously. And what I'm going to pour into the women on my team, in my, you know, with my sponsorship and leadership, is going to be all that I have. And I want to pour that into and join forces with women of excellence.
So this is really exciting. You know, Susie, before we end, is there anything else that you'd like to say to the women agents out there? Any parting words?
Well, number one, I want to sign up under Jan.
I love it.
Because we're just so aligned on how we think about helping the women rise up. And I love the analogy of the ocean, how we can create, we are a tide. We just need to get unified in not taking ownership, but just taking what is ours naturally. And honestly, in, my 21 years in the real estate business, and I've been at a lot of different business models, I think that the culture and the opportunity at this company is a once in a lifetime opportunity for ladies. And I would really like to see the women taking full advantage of it, signing up and join forces with Jen and I to rise up to your full potential and have this opportunity for your life, for your family, for your grandchildren, for people that haven't even been thought of or born yet. This is something that you can create that will outlive you. And I would love to be a part of helping you accomplish that. I am at the stage in my career where I win through helping other people win. And that's really my passion. It's not even really about selling real estate anymore. It's more about empowering other women through everything that I've learned. And I'm super happy to share that with anyone in Jan's group. I just want to be part of the movement.
Well, truth be told, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I know that the three of us go to bed at night with a little bit of anxiety because we want to get the message out and we don't want anybody to miss out on this.
No.
Truly, from our hearts and with total conviction, this is something that we want people to know about. We want women to know about this. So Jan, if women are interested in learning more, or they've seen this, the light bulb's gone off, they see the vision and they want to join, what should they do next?
Absolutely. I'm so glad you asked. I want you to send me a private message in Facebook. You can friend me at Jan Copeland or send me a DM in Instagram, Jan Copeland _. And I just really want to just stress that this isn't for everyone. So we're going to remain friends if this isn't for you. But for those of you who are on a mission to build legacies, to really be all that you've really wanted to be, and something's been missing, this is it. And come along for the ride with me. DM me, private message me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get you an application, and then I'll be in touch. So please get in touch with me, private message me, friend me on Facebook, Jan Copeland, send me a private message, or if you're on Instagram, Jan Copeland or at Jan Copeland _.
I think a good way to end this call is just to kind of reiterate, Jan is for all women realtors, all. So it doesn't matter what brokerage, where you are. We are just so convicted about this opportunity that we've wanted to share this with you. And unapologetically, we're going to stand out there on the mountaintop and we're going to talk about EXP and what it can mean for you. And again, whether it's a good fit, whether you want to come over or not, regardless of that, there's the girls group, there's the Unstoppable conferences, there's the whole women's movement within real estate, but there's a whole nother movement of women within EXP, and we want to help you be a part of that. So guys, women, ladies, I would like to thank you for taking time and sharing your hearts and your passion with us.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Dan. It was a pleasure to be here. Have a great day, everyone.
You too. Bye.